a long way. What will you do if you get to spend? Buy a toffee or marbles? Read the story to find out what Ranji did with a rupee. In this story, we read about a little boy by name Ranji. When he got 1 rupee coin, what he has done with it, we will see in the story. Let us read the lesson. Ranji had a 1 rupee coin. He had it since morning and it was afternoon. That was too long to keep a rupee. Ranji had made a list in his head of all the things he wanted to buy and all the things he wanted to eat. But he knew that only 1 rupee coin in his pocket, the list wouldn't get much shorter. Then this boy Ranji had a 1 rupee coin in his pocket. From the morning he had that rupee in the pocket and now it is afternoon. Now a little boy like Ranji would like to spend the money. What he would buy? Then he had made a list of things what he should buy. First he wanted to buy the playing items. Then he wanted to buy some eatables. Then afterwards he thought in his mind that only 1 rupee coin is there. What all can I buy? So he started making the list smaller. His tummy, he decided, should be given first choice. So he made his way to the Jumna sweet shop, tossed the coin on the counter and asked for a rupee's worth of jalebi. The shopkeeper looked at the coin carefully and placed it back on the counter. That coin is no good, he said. Ranji asked him to examine it again. The shopkeeper was sure it was no good. Ranji was quite disappointed. Then afterwards he decided that instead of buying the playing things, he wanted to fill his tummy with something. So he went to the Jumna sweet shop. You can see in the picture, in the sweet shop there is a little boy standing. Then he tossed the coin. He tossed the coin. He put the coin on the counter or the table where the sweets are kept. Then he said that jalebi is for a rupee. The shopkeeper took the coin and examined properly and said that it is not good. Means it is old. Now it is not worth giving anything. Ranji was shocked. He said, examine it again. But the shopkeeper was sure that the coin was not good. So Ranji was very disappointed. He walked through the bazaar, taking in the sights and sounds of the vendors and buyers. He picked up a rod along the way. He must have walked a long distance because he found himself near a farm. He saw a barefoot boy playing a flute. Ranji stopped walking and the boy stopped playing the flute. The boy had his eye on the rod and Ranji had his eye on the flute. Then after getting disappointed at the sweet shop, Ranji started walking in the bazaar. Bazaar means the market where all the shops will be there. He was listening to the sounds of the vendors who were selling their things and the buyers who were buying their eatables and all the things they wanted. Then on the way he found a rod that he picked up and started walking. He was walking for so long and it was near a farm. Then he saw that I was walking so long distance. Then near a farm he saw a barefoot boy, means without having sandals or chappals or shoes on his feet, playing a flute. Then Ranji had stopped walking and the boy stopped playing the flute. And the boy had his eye on the rod. The rod which Ranji had in his hand, the boy was looking at it and Ranji was looking at the flute. There was a long silence. Then Ranji said, "It is a good rod. This is a good flute," said the boy. Ranji took the flute and gave the rod to the boy. Both examined the objects in their hand. Then they made an exchange that Ranji gave the rod to the boy and the boy gave the flute to the Ranji. Then they examined what they got. Ranji started examining the flute and the boy started examining the rod. "Not bad," said Ranji. "Not bad," said the boy. Both decided that what they got are not bad objects, they are good. A trade was made. Soon the boy walked away with the rod on his shoulder, leaving Ranji with the flute. Then the boy went out playing with the rod and Ranji with the flute. Ranji's interest in playing the flute did not last long. Soon he spotted a boy carrying some empty milk cans. He said, "I can play the flute better than you." Afterwards, Ranji started playing the flute, but his interest was not for too long. Then he spotted, means he saw a boy with empty milk cans. He was selling milk, all the milk was sold. So with empty cans he was coming home. The boy said that I can play the flute better than you. You can have it for a rupee. Ranji was quick to respond. Then Ranji said that if you give me 1 rupee, I will give you the flute. I don't have money, but I have a pretty necklace of brightly colored stones. You can give it to your mother or sister. They will love it, said the boy. Then when the boy heard that, give me 1 rupee, I will give you the flute. The boy said, I don't have money, but I have a necklace which is made up of bright colored stones. You can give it to your mother or sister and they will love it. They made the exchange and the boy went off playing the flute. Ranji was about to thrust the necklace into his pocket when he saw Koki, a little girl from his neighborhood, staring at the necklace. Hello Koki, would you like to have this necklace? Asked Ranji. Then when the boy went out playing the flute, the Ranji was about to keep the necklace in his pocket. Thrust means push into. So he was putting the necklace into the pocket. Then he saw Koki. Koki was a little girl in his neighborhood and she started staring at the necklace. Then Ranji asked, hello Koki, would you like to have this? Oh, thank you, said Koki. 1 rupee, said Ranji quickly. Then the girl said, okay, thank you, I take that necklace. But Ranji said, you have to give 1 rupee for that. Now Ranji had a shiny new rupee. It was going to stay long with him. He ran across the street to Jimna's sweet shop and tossed the coin on the counter. Jalebis for a rupee, he said. Now that Koki gave him a new 1 rupee coin, again he wanted to spend it to buy jalebis. So he went to the Jimna's sweet shop again and tossed the coin, kept the coin on the counter and asked jalebis for 1 rupee. The sweet seller picked up the coin, studied it carefully, then gave Ranji a sweet smile. He filled a paper bag with hot jalebis and handed over them. When Ranji reached the clock tower, he found Koki waiting. Oh, I am so hungry, she said. So they ate side by side. They sat side by side on the low wall and Koki helped Ranji finish the jalebis. Then, after going again the shopkeeper examined the coin carefully and saw that it is worth giving jalebis. He gave a sweet smile to Ranji and filled the paper bag with some jalebis and gave it to Ranji. Then Ranji, taking the jalebis, went to the clock tower. There is a place in their village, clock tower. He went there and he saw that Koki was waiting there. And she said that she was very hungry. So together they shared the jalebis and finished all the jalebis. Now let us have a recap of the story, what happened. First, there was a little boy by name Ranji. He had a 1 rupee coin. With that 1 rupee coin, he went to Jumna's sweet shop to buy jalebis. Then he found the rupee was not good, so he did not get jalebis. Then he found a rod, extended that rod with a flute. After that, he found a boy with milk cans and he had a necklace. And Ranji extended the flute with the necklace. Then that necklace he gave to Koki for a new 1 rupee coin. The new rupee coin, again he went to the Jumna sweet shop, took jalebis, sat at the clock tower and finished the jalebis.
Now let us see the grammar part of the lesson. First, we will see compound words. What are compound words? A compound word is formed when 2 words are combined to make a new word. It is one of the ways in which English language is flexible and always changing, as compound words allow people to create new words as the need arises. For example, you might use in and side to create the compound word inside. When it comes to compound words, there are 3 different kinds that are important: closed form, open form, and hyphenated. Dive into how each type of the compound is different. First, open compound word examples. Open compound words are formed when 2 words remain separate on the page but are used together to create a new idea with a specific meaning. For example, attorney and general are used to form the new open compound word attorney general. You could see this in this sentence. The Attorney General holds the power in the legal matters. Other examples are of compound words are peanut butter, Boy Scouts, no one. Attorney General means a person who gives advices to a state pertaining to law and order matters. Closed form compound word examples. Compound words are formed when two fully independent unique words are combined to create a new word. For example, you would combine grand and mother to create a closed form word grandmother. In a sentence, this would look like my grandmother is coming over, means my grandmother is coming to my house. These are the most common types of compound words. Hyphenated compound word examples. Hyphenated compound words are formed when two separate words are joined together by a hyphen. Hyphen means a small line between the two words. Examples of hyphenated compound words include twofold, check-in, merry-go-round, father-in-law, 72, long term. Now we'll see what is an infinitive. To plus verb stem such as to have, to dream, they are called infinitives. I would like to drink that lemonade. An infinitive is a verb form that can be used as a noun, an adjective or an adverb. Here we know that infinitive is adding to the verb. After adding to the verb, that word we can use as a noun, as an adjective and as a adverb also we can use that word. Remember, an infinitive is a word in which to is added to a verb. As I said, most infinitives begin with to, to. Spot the infinitives in the following sentences. This is a test for you. You have to spot the infinitives by yourself. Infinitives can also be used as the subject of a sentence. This is done in the form of idioms. Now, what are idioms? Idioms exist in every language. They are words or phrases that aren't meant to be taken literally. For example, if you say someone has cold feet, it doesn't mean their toes are actually cold. Rather, it means they are nervous about something. You cannot take the literal meaning of the words that are in the idioms. They are referring to the other meaning. Idioms can't be deduced merely by studying the words in the phrase. If taken literally, you would think that someone with cold feet has cold feet. But after living with a certain group of people for a period of time, you will start to pick up their expressions. So these idioms are spoken by our ancestors to take a meaning after living with them for many years. Let us see some more examples of idiom. See the dark words, those are the idioms. Examples: call it a night means going to bed. Got a chip on his shoulder means he is angry. Cut me some slack means don't be hard to me. Cut any corner, don't take any shortcuts. And produce shoddy work means don't do unnecessary things by taking shortcuts. Get out of hand means he is going out of control. Back to the drawing board means I am going to start over again. If something goes wrong, you have to start that work from the starting again. Now we learn the use of be able to. Be able to allows us to express can in different tenses in the past and in the future. For example, first, past tense. I was able to get to the meeting on time despite the fact that the metro was late. Here the speaker is trying to tell that he went to the meeting on time, although the metro train was late. Next, the usage in future tense. You will be able to use your arm by the end of the month. Here a doctor is speaking to a man or a woman who has a broken or injured arm. He is telling that in the future, by the end of this month, the man or the woman or the child will be able to use his injured arm as usual to work.